is Highway 18151 next to Pizza Hut, or call 608-437-0099 to set up an appointment today.
Play in Wisconsin is your local home court headquarters for everything basketball. From driveway hoops to indoor-outdoor home courts, find the perfect addition for your family. Visit playinwisconsin.com or stop by Wisconsin's only basketball showroom to see all the features before you buy. Try it first at Play in Wisconsin.
Now it's time to get back to the Vikings athletic action, brought to you live right here on Wisco Radio.
Welcome back to Mount Horeb, Wisconsin. And a correction, little miscommunication as far as the roster was concerned. I forgot to mention Olivia Yana, also back from injury, who was a senior for the Vikings. And then Elise Getzinger, star volleyball player in the fall for Mount Horeb, also on the roster. So that is a senior. So 4 seniors for Mount Horeb. Obviously, 2 injuries to them earlier in the season has required them to rely on a lot of the young players on this team. Looking a little bit towards the Thunderbirds side of things, they'll look to freshman Taylor Pfaff, who averages 10.4 points per game. That's over a third of the Thunderbirds' total points per game. Coach Tom Lazar talked about stopping her being the key to victory tonight. And as I mentioned, only 27.9 points per game on the year for the Thunderbirds. The Vikings defense will look to continually to hold them at that their total. On the flip side of things, Mount Horeb averaging 42.5 points per game on the offensive side of the floor. And a large part of that, as we mentioned, due to junior 6-footer Julia Magnuson, who averages 15.2 points per game. With that, we'll step aside for one more quick break, come back with starting lineups, and be ready for the tip-off.
Our distribution and call centers are hiring for first and second shift holiday part-time jobs. We offer flexible schedules in a variety of positions. Plus, you'll get access to our amazing employee discount, on-site clinic, and fitness center, and so much more. Starting wage is $13.25 to $14.25 an hour, with premium wages up to $21.38 per hour for select weekdays. In addition, we offer weekend and evening premium pay. Apply today at landsend.com/jobs. That's landsend.com/jobs.
Did you know that one of the top global providers of 3D printing and additive manufacturing services is located right here just outside of Mount Horeb? Since 2001, Midwest Prototyping has been creating parts and prototypes for companies worldwide. To learn more, visit MidwestProto.com. Midwest Prototyping proudly supports Mount Horeb students through internships, technical education programs, and athletics. Go Vikings!
The Grand Stay Hotel and Suites is a brand new hotel in Mount Horeb. The Grand Stay caters to business and leisure travelers and is ideal for individuals and families. In a convenient location near Madison, Grand Stay is also a great option for guests visiting neighboring Barneveld or Epic Systems in Verona. We offer clean, comfortable rooms, free hot breakfast, an indoor pool, hot tub, and a 24-hour fitness center. To see pictures, visit grandstaymount.horeb.com. Book online or call 608-437-5200 to make your reservation today.
Hey sports fans, be sure to cheer on your local sports team just like Kittleson Landscape has for over 25 years. Like many of you, Craig and his team have students and athletes in the Mount Horeb schools, and they are dedicated to their success and the overall success of the athletic programs. Need a place to go and unwind after the big game? Kittleson Landscape specializes in outdoor fire pits, patios, and much more. To get your free estimate today, call 608-437-8845. Hope you enjoy the game, brought to you by Kittleson Landscape. Go Vikings!
When the stadium lights go on, you know it's time for Mount Horeb Barneveld football, and that's where you'll find Mark Norman and Associates. As a parent and local business owner, Mark knows the importance of supporting high school athletics, the athletic program, and Mount Horeb Barneveld football. Mark Norman and Associates also knows the importance of buying or selling your property. At First Weber of Mount Horeb, Mark Norman and Associates want to help you find the perfect home in the area, whether it be in the town or in the country. For the expertise and the experience you need, call 608-575-3393 or visit them online, marknorman.firstweber.com. You're listening to the Mount Horeb Vikings on Wisco Radio.
Farmers Savings Bank is proud of their community banking tradition. Farmers Savings Bank is committed to providing a high level of customer service and products to enhance the well-being of the communities they serve. Whether it is for a home, farm, land, or business loan, Farmers Savings Bank has money to lend. Be sure to call your local Mount Horeb Farmers Savings Bank today at 437-2265. Farmers Savings Bank. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Can't make it to the game? Catch it live on WiscoRadio.com or download our mobile app on the Apple App Store and the Google Play Store.
Welcome back to Mount Horeb, Wisconsin. Beautiful rendition, as always, by the Mount Horeb Varsity Band. Just about ready to get things underway. We'll await the starting lineups from PA announcer Sean Johnson. As I mentioned, Mount Horeb 6-4 overall in this one, 1-4 in conference coming into this one. And the Thunderbirds 0-9, looking to get their first win of the season. Starting lineups for Baraboo. A senior number 2, Autumn Clem. A senior number 3, Carly Moon. Senior number 10, Jillian Shanks. Taylor Pfaff, a freshman, number 11. And at the forward spot, a 5'10" sophomore, Seneca Funmaker. For the Mount Horeb Vikings, sophomore guard Grace Vesperman, sophomore Emma Anderson, sophomore Emily Wallace, junior Liviana, and senior Liviana and junior Julia Magnuson. Vikings, 6th place in the Badger Conference, looking to move up a few spots with a win tonight. Should be a good game of Badger North girls basketball. Kate Johnson alongside Blaine Bestel. The
We can
technician,
now converse, Kate, now that the band is gone.
the technician and videographer and all of the above for Wisco Radio.
We'll be keeping stats tonight over here on the side table as well.
Wait for the band to clear out. Vikings control the tip. Possession arrow to the Thunderbirds. Vesperman will have it up top, swing it over to Yana in the corner, and we'll get it back. Vikings will set up their offense, looking for Anderson down low. Baseline mid-range will be the first 2 points on the night for Mount Horeb. Emma Anderson coming into this one averaging 6.8 points per game, gets her first 2 of the game. Vikings pressing to start here and force a turnover on the Thunderbirds' first possession of the night. Wallace will bring up the ball for the Vikings. Vikings looking for their bigs inside on this Thunderbird zone, trying to dump it inside and get an easy bucket like they did on that first possession. Yana will find Magnuson, kick it back out to Yana from the corner, and good. They'll say it's ruled a 2.
It is a long 2K. Left foot is right inside that arc. Great shot, though, by Yana.
We were right on top of it right here in the corner. Thunderbirds find themselves down 4 to start this one. Vikings showing some zone as well on the defensive side of things. Baraboo had a chance there, unsuccessful on the finish. Now Vesperman will drive. Kick out, 3-pointer for Wallace, no good. Loose ball up for grabs, off the hands of Pfaff. Will be Vikings ball underneath. Vikings doing a nice job on their first 3 possessions, getting some good shot attempts. Anderson will inbound to Vesperman in the corner. Now Wallace will reset things. Thunderbirds staying in that 2-3 zone, forcing the Vikings to try to shoot it from the perimeter. Yana dumps it down to Magnuson, nearly found Anderson in the high post, tipped away. Will remain Mount Horeb ball. Same set on the inbound for Mount Horeb. Anderson looking for Magnuson, had it poked away. Clem will run the break for the Thunderbirds. Now to Pfaff, pull up three, little long. Yana couldn't quite secure the rebound. Will remain with Baraboo. Thunderbirds able to inbound it. Clem swings it over. Vesper nearly poked it away. Nice Euro step there from Pfaff, draws the foul, and will go to the line, shooting two. They'll call that one on Anderson. First foul of the game. First team foul for Mount Horeb. Thunderbirds leading scorer Pfaff converts the first of two. Second free throw up and good. 4-2 your score. 15:45 left in the first half. See how Coach Tom Lazara elects to try to break through this zone. Thunderbirds poked it away, trying to find Magnuson in the high post. Now on the break is Clem, no good. Vikings will secure the rebound.
Well, Cade, one thing we're seeing right now is ever since Thunderbirds gone in that 2-3 zone, Vikings haven't been able to score points. So far, if you're a Thunderbird, that's exactly what you want to keep doing, keep pushing the ball out for the Vikings, keep pushing them outside on that outside arc. They haven't been able to score on the three-point shot yet, so relatively effective so far for Baraboo.
Vikings doing what you're taught to do in the 2-3 zone is touch the high post and then try to get it down low. Just a few errant passes or unable to come up with those high post entries. They'll swing it across to Vesperman now. She'll look to attack. Vikings got to try to find a seam in this zone. Thunderbirds doing a nice job on defense on this possession. A long possession for Mount Horeb. Vesperman will swing it. Anderson on the attack. Say it's off her. A good defensive possession by Baraboo. Gets them the ball with 14:37. Now the Vikings showing a little zone press here. Knocked away by Vesperman. Layup up, no good. Got the transition attempt they wanted, unable to convert. This shot for Funmaker, no good. Now here's Wallace pushing on the break. Nice pass fake, sets up an open Anderson from three, no good. Rebound Moon, she'll outlet. Here's Clem on Anderson, and she'll get the foul call. Quick two fouls for Emma Anderson on the night. Vikings' second team foul, and Clem will be at the line shooting two.
Yeah, looks like Emma Anderson, number 10 here for the Vikings, will be taking a seat. Quick two fouls for her. Only two fouls on the Vikings score stat at the moment. First shot up there for Clem is good. Anderson, as predicted, as well as Wallace, will be taking a seat for the Vikings.
Burke and Olendick in for the Vikings. Second free throw. Misses right. Yana will bring it up for the Vikings, and Coach Tom Lazar wants a timeout. Will take one as well. Vikings lead 4-3 with 14:02 left in the first half.
Dr. Steven Samuelson and Lauren Ta are your local eye care professionals. Any time of year is a great time to schedule your optical exam and your eye care needs. Clear vision starts with healthy eyes, so contact Samuelson Eye Care, 437-3377, to schedule your eye exam today. 437-3377. You'll be glad you did.
You are listening to Wisco Radio.
Quick 30-second timeout for Coach Tom Lazar. If I had to guess, I'd say he's talking about how to break down this Thunderbird defense. Credit to head coach Michael Bell. Put his team in good position to get a few stops. And Mount Horeb having a little bit of trouble with this. Olendick will have it. Swing it over to Vesperman on the wing. Over to Burke in the corner. She'll now attack. Up to Magnuson. Deep three from Magnuson. Got it. 7-3, the Vikings lead after a deep three from their leading scorer, Julia Magnuson. Vikings now coming out in their own 2-3 zone. See if they have the same success.
Hey, if Baraboo can do it, why can't we, is what Tom Lazar is saying over there on the Vikings bench, saying, you know, if they're going to do the same, if they're going to do that to us, we're going to do the same thing back to them. And it looks like so far, from a down-low perspective, Vikings able to keep Baraboo out of that lane, going around that, going around the arc. Let's see if they can get it from outside.
3-shot up and no good for the Thunderbirds. Olendick controls the rebound. If they're shooting those threes, that's the look Tom Lazar is looking to force the Thunderbirds to take a contested three against the 2-3 zone. Stolen away by Pfaff. She'll push. Here's Clem. Back to Pfaff. Now Moon in the corner. Guarded by Burke. Thunderbirds swinging around the perimeter, trying to find a seam in this zone. Moon will set up the offense. Here's a mid-range jump shot from Bilston, no good, and the Vikings will control the rebound. Vesperman will run the point for Mount Horeb.
7-3 here for the Vikings, leading the Thunderbirds. 12-13 left to go. Thunderbirds have not scored a single point inside the anything other than a free throw. I should say. Baraboo has not scored a single point yet.
Livefried newly into the game for the Vikings with the ball in the corner, looking for Magnuson. Nice post move there, unable to get it to fall. Burke with the offensive rebound, rips it out. Magnuson will swing it over. Here's Olendick for a three-point try. No good. Rebound, Bilston. Thunderbirds will maintain possession after a loose ball. Clem nearly threw it out of bounds. Substitution for both teams. Lise Getzinger checks in, and Emily Wallace back into the game for Mount Horeb. Vikings showing a little bit of zone press once again, trying to trap the Thunderbirds, force an errant pass. Nearly had a trap in the corner. Moon will get things set up at the top. This one's poked away by Olendick, but out of bounds. Baraboo maintains possession. Seven to 3, your score. 11:20 left in the first half. Olendick and Wallace coming up to trap Moon behind the half-court line. And they'll call a double dribble on Moon, unhappy with the call.
Both teams, Kay, have seen their fair share of turnovers so far, 3 apiece for both teams, which about 8 minutes into this game, isn't terrible for both these teams who have been riddled with turnovers throughout the first half of their season.
Burke has it in the corner for Mount Horeb, looking down to Getzinger. Now Olendick with a kick-out three. She's got it. 10-3, the Vikings extend their lead and will continue this two-guard press in the backcourt. Another successful steal. Olendick finds a cutting Getzinger who goes up for two. A nice pass and finish as the Vikings fans on their feet. 12-3, Mount Horeb now leads. 10-22, and another forced turnover. Coach Michael Bell doesn't like what he sees. He'll take a timeout. We'll take one as well and be right back after a word from our sponsors.
Do you have an idea for an invention or new product? Do you think companies would be interested in your idea? Do you want to try to get a patent? Then call InventHelp now. InventHelp keeps your idea confidential and explains every step of the invention process. Join the thousands of people just like you who chose InventHelp to pursue their idea. We are experienced. We are working for you. We are InventHelp. Get started with your idea. Call for free information.
Call 1-800-461-2844. That's 1-800-461-2844.
Find all previous stats, replays of past games, and weekly podcasts covering all Vikings athletic action by going to wiscoradio.com and clicking under the Archives podcast tab.
Welcome back to Mount Horeb, Wisconsin. The Vikings ball after another forced turnover. They lead it 12-3. Wallace will swing it over to Yana, over to Elliott. Now Yana on the baseline attack, goes up and will draw the foul. Will go to the line and shoot two.
Foul is going to be on Clem here for Baraboo. And one thing to note here, Cade, about 8 minutes down, relatively clean game from both teams. 2 fouls for the Vikings. This is the first one there from Yana goes in. But only a foul for Baraboo, so after being in a zone, which is prone to getting some of those fouls called against you, and fighting off a press against the Vikings, both 3 fouls total overall in this game is a pretty clean game so far.
Yeah, officials definitely letting both teams play through some contact, and that's favored the Vikings, who've been a little bit more aggressive in this one, as Yana converted on the second free throw and lead 14-3. Some more guard pressure getting to the Thunderbirds once again. And they'll force another turnover. Trapping on that play was Emily Wallace and Sydney Elliott. Wallace will swing it over to Yana. Looking for Elliott in the corner. She'll now drive. To Yana on top. Wally will find a cutting Eddie Buys, who goes up for 2. Nice pass there. Sophomore to sophomore. Some more pressure from this Vikings defense. Stolen away. Wallace will have the easy 2, up and good. This press is working wonders for the Mount Horeb defense. Find themselves up 18-3 early in this one. Down low and drawing the foul once again. I believe that was Clem. Actually, no, they'll say she stepped out of bounds. Vikings basketball again. Another turnover for Baraboo.
And for the Vikings, if you're Tom Lazar, this is exactly what you want to see from the stat sheet. Not one single person has scored twice except for Liviana. She's the only person that scored twice on 2 separate occasions on this Vikings team. Everybody else has contributed equally to this Vikings lead, 18-3, 8:42 left to go.
Elliott found a cutting Magnuson who missed, got her own rebound, and then unable to get it up and in again as Baraboo will control the rebound. Pfaff will bring it up. Moon and Pfaff working on this press. Have not had much success. Moon will go up with it, get her own rebound, and now fouled. 3rd team foul on Mount Horeb. They gave that one to Julia Magnuson.
As we were saying earlier, Cade, as Moon heads to the free throw line for the Thunderbirds, shot up, shot is good. We were saying earlier, Thunderbirds haven't scored a single point from the floor. They've all been from that stripe. And so far, it's holding true as Moon has one more to go, made her first.
Yeah, you like the aggressiveness if you're Coach Michael Bell, but might worry you that you have been unsuccessful on a field goal. Obviously, getting to the line is always a good thing because you put the other team in foul trouble and have a chance at free points, but the lack of field goals is why they find themselves with a 13-point deficit. Vesperman over to Buys, down low to Yana. Kick it over to Wallace, finds Magnuson to Buys, who goes up for 2. Had that shot blocked. After a slow start against this 2-3 zone, Mount Horeb has done a nice job finding the seams and gotten some layups off of the back cuts and kick out threes. 3-point attempt for Pfaff, no good. Can't quite see who got the rebound there. We'll call a foul. I think they're going to say that's on Baraboo. One part of the floor we can't see down there is that sideline right by the student section, so we'll just have to give a little bit of a delayed call on that.
Yeah, it's going to be a foul on Shanks, and the Thunderbirds, both the bench and the fans, do not agree with that call whatsoever. A little explanation being given to that Baraboo bench. Either way, the foul will stand. That's going to be Shanks' first. Only 2 team fouls for Baraboo so far.
Staying in this 2-3 zone, as I mentioned, Vikings have really done a nice job finding the open seams in it. Nice defensive play there from Clem. Came away and nearly stole the pass. As we mentioned in the pregame, Thunderbirds looking for their first win on the season. Here's Yana, long 2. No good. And an errant pass picked off. Nearly stolen. I think it's going to stay with Baraboo. That it will.
One thing to note here from the Mount Horeb side as well, Kate Emma Anderson playing with 2 fouls now, steps back in, Tries to get a little bit of action here in this first half left.
Vesperman nearly took it away for a fast break layup, but Moon was able to regain possession. Pfaff throws it away. And this Vikings trapping zone working wonders. Emily Wallace will run the point for Mount Horeb. Over to Yana. Tried to find Anderson in the post. Had it stolen away. Pfaff will push, being guarded by Vesperman. Moon at the top. Over to Clem. Down to a cutting Pfaff who goes up. Had it swatted away by Magnuson. Vikings will now push. Magnuson looking to post up inside of this zone. Yana to the hole, and we'll draw the foul. Olivia Yana drawing the foul. They'll say on Autumn Clem's second personal on her, 3rd team foul. Clem coming into this one, the 3rd leading scorer for the Thunderbirds, averaging 6.4 points per game, as Olivia Yana unsuccessful on her first attempt. Have a chance to convert on the second one.
Was successful on the first attempt there, okay? They just a little delayed on the scoreboard.
Was successful, sorry about that. And successful on the second as well, making this a 15-point ball game.
Gives Olivia Yana 4 for 4 from the stripe. Only Vikings so far to hit the stripe, but she has been keeping that 100% streak alive for the Vikings. Perfect from the line.
And this pressure forcing another turnover. Moon saying she got fouled. So that one was knocked out of bounds. Anderson will try a corner 3. No good. Rebound Leibfried. Leah Leibfried will kick it out for Olendick for a deep 3. Little long and off the hands of Anderson. Baraboo basketball. 20-5 your score. 5:53 left in the first half. Both teams with 3 fouls apiece. Story in this one has been the Vikings' ability to create turnovers on the defensive end with their zone trap. Doing a nice job on this possession once again. Here's a kick out 3 for Shanks, no good. Funmaker tried saving it. Couldn't do so. Mount Horeb ball. Vesperman will bring it up for Mount Horeb. She'll get a screen from Magnuson and look to attack middle. Vikings spacing things out here now against the zone. their shooters in the corners, trying to create some more lanes for Magnuson to post up in. Olendick will skip it over to Leifried. Leifried to Vesperman, who had it knocked away on the drive. Here's Moon on the fast break. Goes up with the left and good. 20-7, the Vikings now lead it after the layup from Carly Moon. Olendick trying to find a seam in this zone. Crosses over and had it knocked away. Now the Thunderbirds defense able to force some turnovers. They'll call a foul on Mount Horeb there on the reach. Going to get Grace Vesperman for her first. There's another substitution change. And actually, Michael Bell will take a timeout for the Thunderbirds. With that, we'll step aside and be right back.
Hey sports fans, be sure to cheer on your local sports team just like Kittleson Landscape has for over 25 years. Like many of you, Craig and his team have students and athletes in the Mount Horeb schools, and they are dedicated to their success and the overall success of the athletic programs. Need a place to go and unwind after the big game? Kittleson Landscape specializes in outdoor fire pits, patios, and much more. To get your free estimate today, call 608-437-8845. Hope you enjoy the game, brought to you by Kittleson Landscape. Go Vikings!
You're listening to Wisco Radio, the leader in Mount Horeb Prep Athletics.
Welcome back to Mount Horeb High School gym, home of the Vikings. Looks a little bit different since last time I called a game in this gym. Some new renovations, new scoreboard on the side closest to us. A little bit smaller with the less bleachers as the Vikings had it, Thunderbirds had it stolen away. Now here's a kick-out three for Magnuson from the top. She's got it. Magnuson for three. 23-7, Vikings lead it. But new high school looks nice. Obviously, remember all the construction going on last year, and good environment for Mount Horeb players and fans to be in now. This one's stolen away by Baraboo. Moon has been in charge of trying to break through this Vikings trapping defense. And another foul. This time they'll get Kayla Ploutz on the reach-in. That's one of the risks you run with running this trap. Obviously, you want your guards to be aggressive on top of that zone, but couple of reaches here have went against the Vikings. Here's Moon again. Skip it over to Shanks. Moon will now try a three. She got it back. Ball up for grabs, and they'll call it jump ball. Vesperman nearly ripped it away, but they'll say it was a tie-up. Jump ball possession to Baraboo. I believe this was the first jump ball we had in this one. Vikings did win the tip, so possession arrow in favor of the Thunderbirds. Vesperman nearly knocked it away again. 23-7 the score, 3:11 left in the first half. Emily Wallace checks in for Mount Horeb. And can't quite see what happened.
The one corner that we're unable to see from our positioning. Now we're okay.
Thunderbirds get a successful inbound, trying to find Shanks, and they'll call Shanks on a push there as loose ball foul. Fourth team foul for Baraboo. Just can't quite figure out this Mount Horeb defense, can the Thunderbirds. Doing a great job flying around and forcing all kinds of turnovers. Getzinger will set a screen for Wallace. Swinging over to Zoe Parker in the corner. Vesperman now driving. Wallace. Burke in the corner. Vesperman on top. She'll look to drive. Find a seam. Kick out three. Parker had it blocked. And they'll call a foul on the shot on Burke going for that rebound. Full court press for Mount Horeb. Getzinger guarding the ball on that one. Believe the volleyball program had her listed at 6'3", so definitely some size advantage for Mount Horeb trying to inbound over the star volleyball player. Staying in this zone is Mount Horeb. It's held the Thunderbirds to only 7 points in the first half. This one swatted away. And now the Vikings will push. Parker in the corner, over to Vesperman. Wally on the wing. Trying to find a hole in this zone. She'll get a screen. Looked for the roll, didn't have it, and now the Vikings will reset. Trying to attack these gaps. Nice job by Vesperman finding their way to the hole. And Thunderbirds unhappy with the call once again, arguing that they were straight up. Nonetheless, Mount Horeb at the line, shooting two. Fifth team foul. As you mentioned, a fairly clean game. Still not in, well, now Thunderbirds are in the bonus, but other than that, we have not had any bonus free throws throughout this first half. First one's up and good.
Yeah, Katie, you said next one against the Vikings, next foul, I should say, against the Vikings. Baraboo will have some additional free throws. Second one there by Vesperman, no good. It must hit the rim as they let it play. 24-17, Vikings leading the Thunderbirds. 1:39 left to go here in the half.
Had it stolen away by Burke, did Clem. Now the Vikings is pushing in transition. Down low to Vesperman. Kick out three, Burke. Rims out. And out of bounds off of Mount Horeb. Baraboo ball. Pfaff will bring it up. The 5'7" freshman. Down low. Had it knocked away. And now a foul on Baraboo, or reach in. And there is an injured Thunderbird on the play. (24-7) the score. 1:09 left in the first half. We'll step aside for a quick break due to the injury.
When the stadium lights go on, you know it's time for Mount Horeb Barneville football, and that's where you'll find Mark Norman and Associates. As a parent and local business owner, Mark knows the importance of supporting high school athletics, the athletic program, and Mount Horeb Barneville football. Mark Norman and Associates also knows the importance of buying or selling your property. At First Weber of Mount Horeb, Mark Norman and Associates want to help you find the perfect home in the area, whether it be in the town or in the country. For the expertise and the experience you need, call 608-575-3393 or visit them online, marknorman.firstweber.com.
Can't make it to the game? Catch it live on wiscoradio.com or download our mobile app on the Apple App Store and the Google Play Store.
The Grand Stay Hotel and Suites is a brand new hotel in Mount Horeb. The Grand Stay caters to business and leisure travelers and is ideal for individuals and families. In a convenient location near Madison, Grand Stay is also a great option for guests visiting neighboring Barneveld or Epic Systems in Verona. We offer clean, comfortable rooms, free hot breakfast, an indoor pool, hot tub, and a 24-hour fitness center. To see pictures, visit grandstaymount.horeb.com, book online, or call 608-437-5200 to make your reservation today.
You're listening to Wisco Radio, the leader in Mount Horeb Prep Athletics.
Welcome back to Mount Horeb, Wisconsin. The injured Thunderbird, Seneca Funmaker, had to be assisted getting off the court from Mount Horeb's very own Sherry Umquist and one of the assistants from Baraboo, so hopefully she's all right. Obviously always a scary situation anytime you need help getting off the court. It will be Mount Horeb ball after the last play was a foul on Baraboo, so both teams now in the bonus. Magnuson has it in the corner. And they're going to call an illegal screen here. So, of course, as soon as I say next foul will be in the bonus, it's an offensive foul. And
love the announcer's jinx over here, Cade.
Yep. Nonetheless, it will be Baraboo ball. Pfaff will bring it up. Over to Ross. Now corner three's up, in and out for Bildston. Vikings will have it and run the break with 41 seconds left in the first half. Wallace over to Parker in the corner, looking inside for Magnuson. Nice post move there. Julia Magnuson for two, putting the moves on inside. Ross over to Pfaff. Little runner, no good. Burke with the rebound. Vikings will have 10 seconds to try to do something with it. 26-7 they lead. 5 seconds, Wallace has the ball in the corner. Baseline pass. Burke for three. No good. That'll take us to the end of the first half. Mount Horeb Vikings leading 26-7 over the Baraboo Thunderbirds. Thank you for tuning in to the Wisco Radio's coverage. We'll be right back after the break for the second half of Badger North girls basketball action.
Rural Mutual Insurance, keeping Wisconsin strong.
The Jared Nelson Agency is a proud supporter of Viking athletics. Known as the top farm insurer in Wisconsin, the Jared Nelson Agency is also your source for commercial, home, auto, and life insurance. Call 437-4020 or stop by the office at 211 West Main Street, Mount Horeb, to protect what matters most.
Rural Mutual Insurance, keeping Wisconsin strong.
This is Wisco Radio. Are you in need of chiropractic services? Dr. Joe Ryan at Mount Horeb Chiropractic will provide the finest chiropractic care for every patient. Dr. Ryan uses advanced spinal correction and chiropractic adjustments utilizing state-of-the-art techniques. Dr. Ryan has years of training, expertise, and experience in helping patients get relief from their back pain, neck pain, and other related conditions. Located at 1840 Business Highway 18151 next to Pizza Hut, or call 608-437-0099 to set up an appointment today.
You are listening to Vikings basketball right here on Wisco Radio.
Farmers Savings Bank is proud of their community banking tradition. Farmers Savings Bank is committed to providing a high level of customer service and products to enhance the well-being of the communities they serve. Whether it is for a home, farm, land, or business loan, Farmers Savings Bank has money to lend. Be sure to call your local Mount Horeb Farmers Savings Bank today at 437-2265. Farmers Savings Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Follow us on Twitter and Facebook at Wisco Radio for photos, stats, the tip tracker, and much more.
Plain, Wisconsin, the largest selection and the lowest prices on swing sets, basketball hoops, trampolines, backyard courts, sports training products, and much more. Try it first at Plain, Wisconsin, Parmenter Street in Middleton, or plainwisconsin.com.
Did you know that one of the top global providers of 3D printing and additive manufacturing services is located right here just outside of Mount Horeb? Since 2001, Midwest Prototyping has been creating parts and prototypes for companies worldwide. To learn more, visit MidwestProto.com. Midwest Prototyping proudly supports Mount Horeb students through internships, technical education programs, and athletics. Go Vikings!
Plain, Wisconsin is your local home court headquarters for everything basketball. From driveway hoops to indoor-outdoor home courts, find the perfect addition for your family. Visit PlayInWisconsin.com or stop by Wisconsin's only basketball showroom to see all the features before you buy. Try it first at Play in Wisconsin.
Wisco Radio, home of the Mount Horeb Vikings.
It's an exciting time to work at Land's End in Dodgeville. Our distribution and call centers are hiring for first and second shift holiday part-time jobs. We offer flexible schedules in a variety of positions. Plus, you'll get access to our amazing employee discount, on-site clinic, and fitness center, and so much more. Starting wage is $13.25 to $14.25 an hour, with premium wages up to $21.38 per hour for select peak dates. In addition, we offer weekend and evening premium pay. Apply today at landsend.com/jobs. That's landsend.com/jobs.
You're listening to Wisco Radio, the leader in Mount Horeb Prep Athletics.
Hey sports fans, be sure to cheer on your local sports team just like Kittleson Landscape has for over 25 years. Like many of you, Craig and his team have students and athletes in the Mount Horeb schools, and they are dedicated to their success and the overall success of the athletic programs. Need a place to go and unwind after the big game? Kittleson Landscape specializes in outdoor fire pits, patios, and much more. To get your free estimate today, call 608-437-8845. Hope you enjoy the game, brought to you by Kittleson Landscape. Go Vikings!
Find all previous stats, replays of past games, and weekly podcasts covering all Vikings athletic action by going to wiscoradio.com and clicking under the Archives podcast tab.
When the stadium lights go on, you know it's time for Mount Horeb Barneville football, and that's where you'll find Mark Norman and Associates. As a parent and local business owner, Mark knows the importance of supporting high school athletics, the athletic program, and Mount Horeb Barneville football. Mark Norman and Associates also knows the importance of buying or selling your property. At First Weber of Mount Horeb, Mark Norman and Associates want to help you find the perfect home in the area, whether it be in the town or in the country. For the expertise and the experience you need, call 608-575-3393 or visit them online, marknorman.firstweber.com.
Wisco Radio, home of the Mount Horeb Vikings.
The Grand Stay Hotel and Suites is a brand new hotel in Mount Horeb. The Grand Stay caters to business and leisure travelers and is ideal for individuals and families. In a convenient location near Madison, Grand Stay is also a great option for guests visiting neighboring Barneveld or Epic Systems in Verona. We offer clean, comfortable rooms, free hot breakfast, an indoor pool, hot tub, and a 24-hour fitness center. To see pictures, visit grandstaymount.horeb.com, book online, or call 608-437-5200 to make your reservation today.
Now it's time to get back to the Vikings athletic action, brought to you live right here on Wisco Radio.
Question. When you walk into the boardrooms of the most successful companies here in Wisconsin, who do you meet? Answer. Men and women who played high school sports. Education-based high school sports give us more than athletes we can root for. They give us leaders we can depend on. Question. So where will we find tomorrow's leaders? Answer. High school sports.
This message presented by the Wisconsin Interscholastic Athletic Association and the Wisconsin Athletic Directors Association.
You are listening to the Mount Horeb Vikings on Wisco Radio.
Welcome back to Wisco Radio. About 3:30 left at halftime as the Mount Horeb Vikings take the court for their halftime warm-ups. A dominant first half out to a 19-point lead. And although there were obviously some leading scorers, no one in particular really stood out, Blaine. It was all around just dominant performance for the team.
Which is exactly what you want to see if you're Tom Lazar, head coach here for the Vikings. Leading the Vikings, Juliet Magnuson, 8 points so far tonight. Not to be left behind, though, let's talk about Olivia Yana, 2 points from the field, 4 points from the line, as well as we have an Olendick 3, we have an Anderson 2, Getzinger 2, Wallace 2, Buys 2, Vesperman has 1 from the line as well. So really spread out, really, the Vikings are very gracious with their points tonight, which is exactly what you want to see from this sort of team, being able to have the starting five, obviously making some big splashes on the floor, Magnuson and Yana. But you also have players like Buys. You have players like Getzinger, who aren't necessarily starting, but are still getting some points for the Vikings. That's exactly what you want to see. And the Vikings off to a very good and a very quick first half so far.
Yeah, head coach Tom Lazar going deep into his bench. Played a large rotation of many different players, and they've all performed well in this first half, and most notably on defense, holding the Thunderbirds, who coming into this one only averaged 27.9 per game, but still holding them to only 7 points in the first half is solid, and obviously something he wants to continue to do throughout the rest of this game.
Right. If you're a Thunderbird, if you're a Baraboo, for Coach Michael Bell here, you're saying, all right, ladies, from the field, we only have one successful free throw, or one successful point. We have one successful attempt from the field, and the rest have been from the stripe. You have 5 from the stripe and 2 points from the field. So if you're Michael Bell, you're going to want to say, hey, ladies, you know, yeah, they don't have to be moneymaker shots from outside the arc. They don't have to be ESPN top 10 shots. Let's just get some points down low in the board. Let's get some easy points in the bucket, and maybe we can start to chip away to this point deficit. Like you said, Kate, only 7 points so far for the Thunderbirds in this first half. But you also have to credit a little bit that to the Vikings defense. Vikings heading into a zone defense, which is, as you can see, throwing the Thunderbirds into a little bit of a loop. The Thunderbirds doing the same thing for the Vikings, really challenged the Vikings earlier in that first half. So it's really been a battle of the defenses, which has been then cascaded to the points on offense.
I think with that, we'll step aside for one more quick break before we start the second half. 26-7, your halftime score. You've been listening to Wisco Radio. We'll be right back.
Plain, Wisconsin, the largest selection and the lowest prices on swing sets, basketball hoops, trampolines, backyard courts, sports training products, and much more. Try it first at Plain, Wisconsin, Parmenter Street in Middleton, or plainwisconsin.com.
Dr. Steven Samuelson and Lauren Ta are your local eye care professionals. Any time of year is a great time to schedule your optical exam and your eye care needs. Clear vision starts with healthy eyes, so contact Samuelson Eye Care, 437-3377, to schedule your eye exam today. 437-3377. You'll be glad you did.
Plain, Wisconsin is your local home court headquarters for everything basketball. From driveway hoops to indoor-outdoor home courts, find the perfect addition for your family. Visit PlayInWisconsin.com or stop by Wisconsin's only basketball showroom to see all the features before you buy. Try it first at Play in Wisconsin.
You are listening to an exclusive interview brought to you only by Wisco Radio.
Second half gets underway with a quick bucket from Magnuson. And the Vikings will come out once again in their zone trapping defense. See if the Baraboo Thunderbirds have a little bit more success against it and how to attack that this half. Starts off with a nice left-handed attack there from Clem. Just couldn't quite get it to fall. Here's Yana now bringing it up for Mount Horeb. We'll see what halftime adjustments both teams made. Vikings did get off to a quick start in the second half. Here's Vesperman on the attack up the middle. No good. Rebound, Moon. One thing if you'd like to do if you're the Thunderbirds is maybe push before the Vikings are able to get set up. That way you can just avoid the trap altogether. But they've been unable to get any transition points in that aspect. Nearly stolen away by Vesperman. Clem able to regain it. Tried to find a Shanks down low, unsuccessful. However, sorry.
Kate, you're talking about transition points here. One thing of note that we didn't mention in our halftime show was the number of turnovers for both teams. 5 for Mount Horeb, 11 for Baraboo in this first half. So something to look forward to, or to see how changes will from halftime will affect that number coming into the second half.
Floater for Moon, no good, and we mentioned transition points. That'd be probably considered one with a quick fast break there from Yana. Vikings lead 30-7 there. 30-7 now with 16:10 left. Floater up and no good. Magnuson will have the rebound. Anderson thought about the three. Now swing it over in the corner. Here's Wallace. She'll shoot the three. In and out. Rebound, Bildston. Here's a fast break push now for Thunderbirds. They'll try a three, and that's Carly Moon for three. As I mentioned, once able to push the tempo a little bit. Vikings defense wasn't quite set, and they were able to get a three-pointer there.
And, Cade, we were saying in the halftime show that Baraboo is only one successful attempt from the field, as it looks to be a foul down low.
I think that's going to go on the Thunderbirds. But, yeah, you mentioned they've done a decent job of getting to the line, but unsuccessful in terms of field goals. This will be the third personal on Clem. Coach Michael Bell will leave, his third leading scorer, senior. And they'll say this one was off a Viking, out of bounds. Thunderbird ball, 30-10 the score now after that last three-pointer from Moon.
And Moon being the only person to have those two successful field goal attempts from the field. Everybody else, like we said, has been from the line, but Moon has been the only one having any sort of action for the Thunderbirds on the floor right now.
Aggressive take there to the hole, drawing the foul is Taylor Pfaff, the freshman, drawing the foul. And that's something we'd seen to start the second half, I'm sure. Thunderbirds coaching staff got on him as the first free throw. No good. But we didn't see too much dribble drive attacks and try to punch those gaps really from Baraboo. But coming out in the second half, they've been really aggressive against this Viking zone. Second free throw is up and good. 30-11 now the score. Wallace over in the corner to Thompson. Back to Wallace. Magnuson trying to find a spot in that high post. Vikings looking into her. They'll find Anderson in the low post. Swing it over Wallace. Couldn't quite get her feet set for the three. She'll try the floater up and good. Two-pointer is good. This one's stolen away by Yana quickly, and the Vikings get the ball back right away. Magnuson, a nice pass down low to Anderson. A little strong there. Fighting for her own rebound, and it'll be a jump ball. Possession, Baraboo. It's a nice pass there from Magnuson. Anderson just couldn't quite get it to go.
Anderson is one of those players for the Vikings that may not make waves on that stat sheet, but she's going to make waves on the floor. She's going to make herself known, play some rock-solid defense on the floor. So it might not be readily apparent on that stat sheet that she's one of the Vikings' leading players, but she's one of the Vikings' leading players.
Solid 6.8 points per game for Anderson, and as you mentioned, one of those players that just kind of does everything for Coach Tom Lazar. Free throw is up and good for Pfaff. 32-12 your score. Just over 14 minutes left in the second half. Gets the roll on the second, does Taylor Pfaff. And only a freshman, as I mentioned, has been pretty impressive in this one. Doing what she can to try to get some offense going for this Thunderbird team.
And, Cade, we've made it readily apparent that the Thunderbirds haven't had a whole lot of attempts from the field, but when they're getting to the line, they are 8 for 9. So that is something that is going absolutely in their favor. So kudos to that Thunderbirds team for getting to the line and making those free throws when they do.
Mid-range jumper, no good for Anderson. And now here's Pfaff. Nearly had it poked away by Olendick. She'll get it back and look to attack again, finding her way to the hole. Little runner there, up and good. Add 2 more points to her total. Here's Emily Wallace bringing up the ball for Mount Horeb now. Over to Olendick. Down low to Magnuson now, up and good. Can't do much about that. The size advantage for the junior. Just going right over the top. And the Thunderbirds unhappy after that possession. They'll take a timeout. We'll take one as well. 34-15. Mount Horeb leads it over the Thunderbirds. 13:01 left in the second half.
Farmer Savings Bank is proud of their community banking tradition. Farmers Savings Bank is committed to providing a high level of customer service and products to enhance the well-being of the communities they serve. Whether it is for a home, farm, land, or business loan, Farmers Savings Bank has money to lend. Be sure to call your local Mount Horeb Farmers Savings Bank today at 437-2265. Farmers Savings Bank. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
You're listening to Wisco Radio, the leader in Mount Horeb Prep Athletics.
Full timeout for the Thunderbirds leaves them with 2 remaining. Mount Horeb still has 4 remaining timeouts. Foul situation, 2 team fouls on Mount Horeb, 1 on Baraboo. Been a pretty clean game so far in terms of fouls. In the second half especially, as I mentioned, only 3 total fouls. Vikings lead this one overall 34-15. And as we mentioned, for Mount Horeb, really no player that's stood out particularly in scoring. I think Magnuson has 10, but other than that, it's been pretty spaced out for Mount Horeb.
Yeah, Kate, it really has been. Olivia Yana has 8 right now. Magnuson has 10. But besides those 2, we have Wallace with 4. Olendick with 3, so it's been all over the place.
Shot up and no good for Ross. Mount Horeb with the rebound. Set up their offense against this zone. Interesting, we've seen both teams stay in that same sort of defense. A little bit less aggressive 2-3 for the Thunderbirds, and Mount Horeb's been a little bit more of a trapping 2-3 zone. 3-pointers, no good for Olendick. Ross will push. Moon, pull up, no good. And they'll say Elliott stepped out of bounds on the rebound. Livefried and buys into the game for Mount Horeb. Tom Lazar, as I mentioned, playing every single one of the Vikings on the bench that are not injured. So it's been a deep rotation tonight. Foul there on Mount Horeb. That'll go on Aaliyah Livefried, and it'll be Jillian Shanks, the senior at the line, shooting 2. First one up and no good. As you mentioned, though, Blaine, some solid free throw shooting from the Thunderbirds. Was that 8 of 10 now on the night as a team. Second free throw up and no good. Elliott will bring it up for Mount Horeb. Olendick over to Wallace. Vikings will swing it back around. Stolen away, Baraboo basketball.
First turnover of the half by either team, actually. So that is one thing that's seen a little bit of improvement from both teams coming into this half is the number of turnovers. Only 1 so far by either team, and that was just Mount Horeb right there.
Pull-up shot, no good for Moon. 34-15 is your score, 11:43 left in the second half. And now we're going to see a little bit of pressure here from Baraboo. Zone press. Wallace calling for her teammates to come help. Try to find a hole in this zone. They're able to get it across the timeline. And now we'll try to set up their half-court offense. Kick out 3 for Burke. No good. Livefried on the rebound. She'll go up with it. No good. Loose ball, and they're going to say held ball, possession arrow, Mount Horeb. Emily Wallace doing a nice job of driving at this Thunderbird zone as Buys goes up for 2 and good on the inbound play. But Wallace has been a reason why these Vikings have been able to get a lot of open three-pointer attempts, finding the gaps in these lanes, driving and finding her teammates with some nice passes. Call a hand check on Olendick on the drive by Clem. Now the 4th team foul for Mount Horeb. Moon will have it on the inbound, working on Wallace. Vikings now showing man-to-man defense. First time they've got out of that zone. Knocked away by Burke. Here's Olendick on the drive. Floater, no good. Loose ball. Possession controlled by the Thunderbirds. And another quick foul called on Olendick. Gooder for a reach-in, picks up 2 quick fouls. Now the 5th team foul, as Magnuson and Vesperman will check back in for Mount Horeb. We wouldn't have it for our stats, but it'd be interesting to see how many different lineup combinations we've seen for Mount Horeb tonight.
Yeah, it's going to be a good number, Kate. As you said earlier, Tom Lazar is getting pretty much anybody on the floor who isn't injured for the Vikings, getting a little bit of playing time for them.
Magnuson for 3 once again. She's been shooting it well all night, and they're going to say just checking on Autumn Clem, who looked to be shaken up after that last play. She'll come out and be checked on. But Magnuson, 13 points on the night. It's been nice inside and out, showing she can do both. This one's stolen away by Vesperman. Turn around and up will draw the foul. Nice little post move there, going with the up and under. Getting to the line, and will now shoot 2. .10:06 as Vesperman's first one is good. Vikings lead it 40-15. Been dominant on both sides of the floor, but on the defensive end has been really what stood out and really what's created a lot of their offense opportunities.
So far, Vikings tonight. Let's see what they can do there. Vikings 6 for 8 from the line after that Vesperman miss.
Here's Shanks. Swing it back up top to Moon. Trying to find a seam as the Vikings go back into their 2-3 zone. Vesperman got a great read on that one, had it stolen away. Finding a cutting Getzinger, goes up for 2 and in. Great play there from Mount Horeb. Vesperman to Getzinger. Now the Thunderbirds will push. And it'll be a foul on Baraboo as Pfaff had it knocked away. Third team foul for Baraboo. It'll be Vikings basketball once again. Thunderbirds still staying in this 2-3 zone. Vesperman will swing it over to Burke and now get it back. Looking for either Magnuson or Getzinger inside. Got the height advantage. Both taller than 6 feet. Nice pass from Magnuson to Getzinger. Getzinger will give it back to her. Nearly had it poked away. And now Magnuson will reset the offense. Burke had it in the corner. We'll give it back. Leifried still looking inside. And this time it'll be knocked away, Thunderbird ball. Couldn't quite find one of their bigs down low, could Mount Horeb. 3-pointer for Ross, in and out. And they're going to say it's off the hands of Baraboo as the ball comes right over here to our table.
Got a little touch on the ball over here, Cade. No, they're going to say that's off the hands of Ross there. Baraboo 42-15. Mount Horeb inbounding the ball. Now 8:34 left to go in the second half.
It's been all Mount Horeb in this one, holding the Thunderbirds to only 15 points with, as you mentioned, just under 9. 3-point up for Plutz, and it'll roll home. 31. Kayla Plutz able to get that one to fall, make it a 30-point ball game for Mount Horeb. And Head coach Michael Bell will take another timeout. He'll have one remaining. We'll take one as well. 45-15, Mount Horeb leads Baraboo. 7:55 left in the second half.
Rural Mutual Insurance, keeping Wisconsin strong.
The Jared Nelson Agency is a proud supporter of Viking athletics. Known as the top farm insurer in Wisconsin, the Jared Nelson Agency is also your source for commercial, home, auto, and life insurance. Call 437-4020 or stop by the office at 211 West Main Street, Mount Horeb, to protect what matters most.
Rural Mutual Insurance, keeping Wisconsin strong.
This is Wisco Radio.
Welcome back to Mount Horeb High School. Still in a timeout after Baraboo took their second to last timeout. They'll have one remaining. Tom Lazar still has 4. Quick recap of this one. It's been all Mount Horeb. Had the advantage at the half. And we mentioned this numerous times, but really spread out scoring for this Vikings team. Magnuson, the leading scorer on the night. Jana's got quite a few for Mount Horeb, but we've seen a lot of players contributing a lot on offense. Here's a three-pointer up, no good. Rebounded by Ross. Try to rip it out, and they're going to call her for a walk. See what the Vikings elect to run a little bit more clock here with a 30-point lead. This is where you want long, good possessions. As I say that, it's turned over, and now the Thunderbirds will push. Shanks, swing it over to Moon. Vikings now in man-to-man. Here's Shanks, no good. Rebound, Getzinger. Vesperman will push, and they're going to get a travel on Mount Horeb. Substitution. Clem comes in for Baraboo. Now under 7 minutes, Mount Horeb still with that 45-15 advantage. Getzinger at top of this 2-3 zone, giving the Vikings some size. Tough shot there by the freshman. Finishing through the contact for 2. Besserman down low to Getzinger. She'll lose it. Actually, it'll find Magnuson for 2. Just how they drew it up. Here's Clem looking to drive, lost her footing, and will go to Mount Horeb as she threw it out of bounds. More substitutions for Mount Horeb. Here's Burke. We'll give it back to Vesperman, and Vesperman will draw the foul. Only the 4th team foul, as they'll get Moon for the block. We'll see, as we mentioned, what Mount Horeb likes to do, if they like to run a little bit of clock here and look for only layups, or if they continue to push the tempo. Getzinger got her own rebound off the miss. She'll get it again and go up. Missed it again, got her own rebound, and this time will be tied up. Jump ball, possession, Baraboo. 3 rebounds there on that possession.
Yeah, when you're playing against Getzinger, as you were saying, and statted in the volleyball roster at around 6'3", it's going to be hard to get a rebound when you're going against her. So she's able to get 3 offensive rebounds there. Baraboo coming out without allowing a point on those 3 offensive rebounds, though.
Getzinger also very talented in track, showing off her vertical there. And obviously that comes into play in volleyball, but able to get all those rebounds, just couldn't quite get them to fall. Here's Moon from the corner three, no good. Rebound. Burke will have it, and she'll be tied up. This will go to Mount Horeb. 5:25, they lead 47-17. Baraboo will come out of their half-court zone defense to now press Mount Horeb. And it'll be Vesterman to break this. Does it on her own, gets it across half court, finds her seam to the hole, up, and no good. Faffel now around the break. Going left, up, and over the top. Drawing the foul. She'll get 2 shots. As we mentioned, the leading scorer for Baraboo, only a freshman, and doing what she can to get some points on the board for the Thunderbirds. First free throw up and good. Cuts the lead under 30 now, 47-18. Second free throw rims out. She does initially have her own rebound, and unable to secure it as she steps out of bounds.
Fat 5 for 6 from the line with that miss. As you were saying, Cade, it's going to be Vikings ball after the ball at the front end of that rim came out of bounds on our side. 47-18 Vikings over the Thunderbirds. 5:04 left to go here in the half.
Thunderbirds are now in the bonus, with that being the 6th team foul on the Vikings. Here's Wally Wallace. Swing it over to Parker. Ackerman trying to find buys down low. Had it knocked away. Down low to Getzinger. Had it knocked away initially, and a loose ball grabbed by Buys, still loose, and now they'll say jump ball. And actually it'll be a timeout before the jump ball. Coach Lazar took a timeout. We'll take one as well. 47-18 your score with 4:35 left in this one.
It's an exciting time to work at Land's End in Dodgeville. Our distribution and call centers are hiring for first and second shift holiday part-time jobs. We offer flexible schedules in a variety of positions. Plus, you'll get access to our amazing employee discount, on-site clinic, and fitness center, and so much more. Starting wage is $13.25 to $14.25 an hour, with premium wages up to $21.38 per hour for select peak dates. In addition, we offer weekend and evening premium pay. Apply today at landsend.com/jobs. That's landsend.com/jobs.
You are listening to the Mount Horeb Vikings on Wisco Radio.
Welcome back to Wisco Radio. Kate Johnson alongside the boss man, Blaine Bestel. Thankful for the opportunity to come back and announce for Wisco Radio over the holiday break.
Yeah, you're not done either yet, though, Kate. You got one more coming up.
Gonna do a boys game a little bit later down the road. Next event for Wisco Radio coming up, I believe, is the Wanakee Varsity game for boys basketball. That'll be on Thursday night. You can go to wiscoradio.com to tune into that.
Another hotly contested Badger North contest in that it's kind of a knot up at the top there for the Badger North right now, as the Badger Challenge is coming up at the end of January.
And there's a three-pointer up and good for Clem. But, yeah, Badger Challenge coming up for both the boys and girls. And we get an offensive foul moving screen on Getzinger. But Vikings basketball team dropping their last game against Reedsburg. Going to look to bounce back from that against Wanakee, who is tied for first, if I'm not mistaken, in the boys with Reedsburg. Always a good matchup when Mount Horeb plays Wanakee in any sport. Baseline attack, nice play there. That's Clem going to the hole and one. 5'9" senior found her way the whole baseline. Have a chance to make it a three-point play. And she converts. 47-24 your score. 3:40 left in the second half. As we mentioned, Thunderbirds in the bonus. Do the 8 fouls on Mount Horeb. Mount Horeb not in the bonus, only 4 team fouls as Buys tries. No good. Ross finds a cutting Moon, can't get it. Rebound Vikings. Parker will push, had it knocked away. Mount Horeb basketball. Here's Parker, still facing this Thunderbird zone. Swing it over to the corner. Thompson thought about a three. Nearly into the game for Mount Horeb. Parker looking for Buys down low. With this victory, Mount Horeb will improve to 7-4 on the season, 2-4 in the conference. It was a slow start to the conference for the Vikings, but a big victory for them. And obviously a very solid very solid non-conference season. Going 5-0 in non-conference play. 50-24 as Maisha Thompson finds Buys. Nearly had it knocked away. Swing it over to Parker in the corner. Leave her open from three. She'll try it. Up. No good. And loose ball. Thompson will get it to the hole and one. Got the offensive rebound. The freshman, Maisha Thompson.
Maisha Thompson, first points of the evening for her, as you said, Kate, a freshman on this Mount Horeb roster. As we said earlier, Tom Lazar, head coach for the Vikings, just trying to get in as many players as they can as ball goes in and out.
As we mentioned in the pregame, only 2 seniors suiting up for the Mount Horeb with the injuries to Kenzie Cothard and Catherine Stange. So Vikings have had a young team all season. As Yana was injured early in the season, came back, and she's been very good for the Vikings tonight. First free throw up and good for Clem. 52-25. Leifried will secure the rebound on the second one. 2:10 to play. It's been all Mount Horeb in this one. Good to see, as you mentioned, Blaine, the deep rotation, and Vikings have been able to get all their players in and get some valuable varsity experience.
And, Kate, the thing about that is not only that they're getting some deep rotation, they're actually getting some production out of that deep rotation as well, which is crucial, not only for building confidence, but just having a deep bench if you need it later down the season.
That is correct. And then, of course, last year, not a senior on the roster for Mount Horeb. So a majority of these players who all played last season, of course, besides some of the freshmen coming up, but we've seen a Vikings group that is still young and already pretty experienced, and of course that's always good to look when you're looking forward at the program. This three-pointer is up and no good. However, they'll call a foul on Parker. I believe that'll be 3 points as Clem a little shaken up after that foul. See if she's all right and able to shoot the free throws. She'll head to the free throw line. It will be only 2 shots. We'll say she had her foot on the line. First one's no good. More substitutions for Mount Horeb with only 1:13 left in this one. Thunderbirds now in the double bonus. 54-25 your score. She is successful on the second free throw. As I mentioned, Mount Horeb, I believe, has had the lead for the entire time of the game. Got an early bucket and never looked back from there. Thompson will have it for Mount Horeb. Over to Parker. Ackerman in the corner. Parker will swing it over to Thompson. Thompson will have it knocked away. They'll say off her, though, out of bounds. Baraboo will get it back. Moon will bring it up. Finding Ross in the corner. Ackerman nearly knocked it away. Excuse me, did knock it away, nearly stole it. Underneath now for Baraboo. An impressive performance, though, from Mount Horeb. Can't say it enough. Obviously favored to win this one coming in. Another nice attack from Moon. But they did what they knew they could do and performed on both ends of the floor. Getzinger tried a 3, no good. She'll try another, no good once again. And now it'll be Thunderbird ball. Shanks will push. Moon for 3. Got it. 54-31. 12 seconds left. Over to Elliott. 6. We'll see if the Vikings just hold it here. 2 seconds. And they'll shoot it. No good. That'll take us to the conclusion of this one. Final score, Mount Horeb Vikings 54, Baraboo Thunderbirds 31. Moving to 7-4 overall are the Vikings. They come away victorious. With that, we'll step aside for a quick break and then have the Wisco Radio postgame report. Thank you for tuning in to Wisco Radio's coverage of Mount Horeb basketball. We'll be right back.
Hey, sports fans, be sure to cheer on your local sports team just like Kittleson Landscape has for over 25 years. Like many of you, Craig and his team have students and athletes in the Mount Horeb schools, and they are dedicated to their success and the overall success of the athletic programs. Need a place to go and unwind after the big game? Kittleson Landscape specializes in outdoor fire pits, patios, and much more. To get your free estimate today, call 608-437-8845. Hope you enjoy the game, brought to you by Kittleson Landscape. Go Vikings!
Can't make it to the game? Catch it live on WiscoRadio.com or download our mobile app on the Apple App Store and the Google Play Store.
When the stadium lights go on, you know it's time for Mount Horeb Barneville football, and that's where you'll find Mark Norman and Associates. As a parent and local business owner, Mark knows the importance of supporting high school athletics, the athletic program, and Mount Horeb Barneville football. Mark Norman and Associates also knows the importance of buying or selling your property. At First Weber of Mount Horeb, Mark Norman and Associates want to help you find the perfect home in the area, whether it be in the town or in the country. For the expertise and the experience you need, call 608-575